But right now we got to make time for Bellator's next middleweight contender.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this guy.
Look at this
Austin,
guy.
the
Mr.
gentleman.
VanZant.
Yeah, Austin, the gentleman Vanderford. Let me see the neck tat.
Yeah, let's
you got
see that
blasted.
thing.
Wow.
I did,
How long
yes.
did that take?
This one was like 5 hours.
Did you do the numbing cream first?
I don't think so. I don't really know I just kind of roll with it, whatever. But
Dude, you're hard, bro. That is ridiculous.
I'll tell you this. I mean, they all hurt. Everyone's like, how bad did that hurt? And I'm always like, man, they all hurt. I don't like getting them that much, but despite how many.
Well, I talked to, who was it, Darian Caldwell.
Yeah.
He's got his throat blasted
Yeah.
too, but he got the numbing cream. He's like, I didn't feel a thing for 5 hours. I was like, well, that's the way to do it. You just went the other way.
Dude, we got to get into this because it's such an iconic thing already. Like
For sure,
you're an unbeaten fighter in the middleweight division of Bellator, and you got great things ahead of you. But when you make a decision to do something that
drastic.
that's drastic,
I mean,
man.
you can't really go back to tax
Can't go
prep
back.
after that, you
Yeah.
know?
So I mean, what are you thinking when you're driving to the place? I mean, this was one phase of your life, and
Yeah.
now there's a new one. People aren't going to F with you anymore, right?
All I'm thinking is, man, I better make it in fighting because I don't really have any other options than this. I have a college degree, though, you know, and all that. But
Also, you know, I'm 40.
Yeah.
20 years ago, even 20 years ago, people weren't, like a throat tattoo back then was a big deal.
Yeah, for
And now
sure.
all these kids are getting their faces tatted up. You know what I mean?
shit's crazy. Yeah,
So,
it's crazy.
Yeah,
You're
Mike
fine.
Perry started the revolution. Him and Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Mike
right,
Perry,
bro?
yeah,
All right, let's
exactly.
talk about Austin Vanderford, not the husband, not the whatever, the fighter.
All right,
you're making
yeah.
you're making some noise. The guy's making noise.
He's
all right,
a good fighter. Very good fighter.
you.
How do you, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
please take the wheel here. You're unbeaten. Every time we see you, we're seeing you improving a little bit more.
Yeah.
I mean, how far away are you from this ultimate title picture?
Yeah, I mean, actually, that is like one of the greatest compliments that every time I go out, I'm improving because that's the ultimate goal. You know, you want to look better each time. I feel like I'm getting more comfortable in there. We just made a move to American Top Team, and you know, I think even in like the short time we'd been there, 4 months, 5 months before my last fight, it made a world of improvement. So
I mean, speak the names that you're working with,
yeah,
just so that
I
people
mean,
know.
Well, I'm gonna do a little plug for my buddy here, but Yaroslav Amasov, he's my number one
That dude is
training
a
partner.
beast.
And you got to bring it when you come to practice every day, and you got to be ready. And great guy, and you know, I hope he gets his opportunity here very soon. And you know, I got great training partners, man.
I mean,
good
that's all
coaches
killer
and-
names. The coaches are some of the best in the world, so it seems like a smart move for both of you, Paige
For sure.
VanZant and yourself. Used a lot of wrestling, a lot of aggressiveness in your last bout, and really grinded it out. I mean, how evolved for your taste? You want to be a completely well-rounded fighter. How close are you to really being at your very best?
Yeah, you know, I think the most important thing for myself, you know, one of the main guys that American Top Team, right when I got there, you know, they told me don't lose what got you here, and I really tried to stick with that. You know, I'm a wrestler, and there's no secret to it, and you know, I'm trying to evolve my wrestling and working with Steve Mako and Mike Brown and King Mo and all that. So, you know, I like to go in there and grind and cut people open.
Your last bout against Jesus, he's Brazilian, so is it De Jesus? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I think it's
Yes.
pronounced. What was that? Ronaldo?
Yeah, it's Ronaldo. But no, in all seriousness, you know what kind of did you? I'm not gonna say you pumped the brakes a little bit, but there were times when I thought he was really overmatched on the ground.
Yeah.
Did you take your time with that one to get more ring time? It felt like if you had wanted the finish, it was there a little bit earlier.
Yeah, you know, not going into it. In the first round, one of our first exchanges on our feet, I broke my thumb. I got two operations on it after, and not that it was a crutch like in the fight, but you know, I specifically remember I get this ride. I pass his arm behind his back, and I can, you know, get a ride going there. And I remember grabbing on. I was like, "Damn, man, I can't grip it or whatever." And you know, actually though, credit to him too. He was tough, man. He didn't want to go away, and he wasn't gonna go easy. And he knew that this was a big opportunity for him too. So I won't say that I pumped the brakes and
Yeah, it was just like on the ground. You know, you were just in control at every moment.
Yeah.
And so I was really wondering, as you know, that was what, your 10th fight?
10th fight. Yeah.
So it wouldn't be wrong to be like, you know what, this is a tough opponent. I'm not going to take too many risks. Let's see if we can get some extra time in the cage, that sort of thing.
Yeah, he was, you know, every time I would kind of posture up too, he was going for, and I could hear my coaches, you know, working with a bunch of Brazilians there, you pick up some Portuguese, and I knew his coaches were telling him, you know, when he comes up, attack the leg, and you know, he did a good job and almost had me in a knee, not almost had me, but he had me in a knee bar situation right on the first grappling exchange. So, you know, I knew he was going to be going for my legs and whatnot. And, you know, I did. I probably took a little more careful of an approach than I should have. But, you know, I got the win. And of course, we always want to get the finish and all that. But
all right, here's where the interview gets weird. Luke had been asking
God
people a lot about their DMs.
Okay.
But you're the husband of somebody who's probably got some filthy DMs.
Yes.
How hard is it to sometimes
You gotta be zenned out
walk
for that
by
kind of thing,
and look
man.
over the shoulder, and then you're like, I'm getting that mother effer right there.
You know what? It's not even so much her DMs. It's mine. I'm getting these guys going crazy, and I'm just like.
So they're like, what? They're like, fuck you. You ain't
Oh
shit.
man, I couldn't even. I don't know that I could even say on air like what. It's crazy shit, man. And these guys, you know, I got thick skin. I don't know. To my wife, she is very. She shows me so much love and all that. You know, I never question anything. So it's not really. I don't really get that upset. More than anything, I like to have fun with it. And you know, if I got time during the day, I'll fuck around with people and I like to roast people too on it. So
You got a great attitude.
yeah, it's kind of fun, you know. It's fun.
You know, how hard has this transition with you know, you meet a girl, you marry her, it's great, but she's brings a lot of attention to you, which can be fantastic for your fighting career.
Yeah.
But some of it, you know, there's no training on this to suddenly, you know, be in the public eye. How hard is that for you?
Man, I grew up in Ninilchik, Alaska, so a little village in Alaska. And, you know, I grew up quick, like with a lot of, you know, I grew up fishing, working on the boats and you know, having older family members really picking on me and all that. So I think it just calloused me a little bit, you know, and at first I would lie if I said that I wasn't a little overwhelmed when we first started dating. I was like, holy fuck, what is this all about, man? But now, you know.
Settled into a groove.
Yeah, I'm in a
All right.
groove.
Here's the most.
You may have to left hook a paparazzi once.
Hey,
one of
listen,
these days.
you got to do what you got to do in this
Yes.
world. Let me ask you. You have very legitimate cauliflower ear. Okay,
Yes.
that's man's cauliflower ear right there.
Hell yeah.
Can you wear earbuds?
No. I cannot, and I can't wear the over the ear too because
No?
I've got a little thing right here that if I'm grappling hard, like 2 days of hard grappling in a row.
It'll swell?
No, it scabs over. It's like it gets rubbed, and I don't know if the skin is just so stretched out, but I mean, I got big ears as it is, so the cauliflower was like, I'm double fucked on that.
That's
but,
so great.
I can't do the over the ear because it presses and hurts too, so yeah, I don't know, man.
Not a lot of private music listening in the world
not
of Austin
really.
Vanderford.
Yes. Yeah, and a lot of, babe, what'd you say? Huh?
By the way, before you go, your nickname, The Gentleman.
Yeah.
How'd you get that?
You know, I guess I'm just a nice guy, and you know, I do really care about people despite wanting to hurt them and beat them up and all that. But you know, I think it's important too to show like respect and just be a good person and be a nice person, and you know, I'm about that. And when we get into the cage, then you know, it's a different story.
All right, I got to ask him. I mean,
Let's go. Come on.
Britton Hart beats PVZ, and she cuts this promo
Why you gotta bring that up? Why you gotta
about
bring
a
that up?
freaking feeling. What are you thinking about that?
I didn't even listen to it. I was so
You didn't miss much.
No, I'll tell you the truth. And this is gonna sound I don't know that it'll sound bad, but you know, I take my wife's losses like just as hard as I could imagine taking my own. So, you know, fortunately I haven't had one yet, but I feel like vicariously like I'm living through those losses. So after last weekend, I was like, man, I'm ready to get in the fucking gym. I know like things that I need to improve on because I can't go out and, you know, make mistakes like this and all that. So, you know, I'm thankful for my wife for kind of not taking the loss, like, and giving it, you know, but it's a motivation. It's a motivationing thing, and
she'll be back. She figured it out in round 3. She's
But
going
the
to
only
figure
thing that sort
that
of
out.
occurred to
She
me
will.
about that fight is if you're going from MMA to BKFC, there are some adjustments to the way you strike that I don't think everyone. This was one of those moments where it's like, yeah, the training needs to be different for this.
The shit is so crazy. And, you know, you go in that first round, you're like, all right, how many of these can I take before I'm, like, completely sliced open?
Right.
You know, the range. Paige used more of a kickboxing, almost like karate style when she fought in the UFC. And, you know, she used her kicks a lot for rangefinders. So, you know, you take that away. And although she trained hard for 5 months and just
And she rallied late.
She did, yeah. And, you know, and I think, too, us as coaches, going into it, we're like, okay, let's be technical, let's really move. And at the end of the day, it's like, this thing's a fucking brawl, and you just got to start swinging.
It's a 2-minute brutality
sprint. It's a sprint, brawl, and she realized that going into the 5th, kind of midway through the 4th, and I promise, I guarantee the next fight you see of hers is going to be that much better, and she's tough, man. Literally, you cannot break Paige, and I'm thankful for that.
Well, you know what? I want people to lose sight of what you're up to as well. Undefeated, Bellator's middleweight division. You're a nice guy. I can get the nickname now. And can't wait to see what you have in store for us on Showtime here in 2021, man.
I'm pumped, man. 2021 is going to be my year. I'm excited. I'm ready to go out. Hopefully, I'll hop in there in April, I think, is the first few cards, and get it going.
When he wins a Bellator championship, there's going to be kids all over America with a big damn eyeball right here. Good stuff, man.
All right.
Thank you guys
Thank you so much for making time for us. And
awesome.
There he is, Austin Vanderford. All right.